everyone! So in this video I wanted to unpack my two new filofax orders that I got kind of as a Christmas present to myself that was also co-financed by my dad and kind of transfer my old filofax and also update it at the same time as I'm putting it into the new cover. I'm so excited! I got two pieces from the Croc series. The first one I got is the Croc, I think it's called the Travel Wallet. I got the wallet and the cover that comes with it in A5, which I'll unbox in a second. Oh, it's cute. Comes with a little ribbon. I wanted them to match because I keep them in my bag and I just thought it looks cute together. So this is the travel wallet. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. So I think you can move this to make it like line up with the dates of the month, I believe, right? Because it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, till the 31st, so I don't know. And then this has a little insert that I thought detached, but apparently it doesn't. Or maybe it does. No, it does detach. It has a little card holder that says filofax. I love card holders because sometimes you don't want to take like the entire travel wallet with you, but plus I think it's really cute that, you know, you can put cards, but you can also keep your passport in this because my husband and I travel quite a lot for work. So it comes in handy having it all in one place and not having to pack and unpack my passport every single time. And then I guess this one is for coins, but it opens in both directions. Okay, so I guess, I don't know, we'll see what I do with that. Right, so I will set this up later because I don't want to like flaunt all my information. Maybe I'll post a picture on Instagram once it's like fully set up. I have to think about what I want to put where, but I already put my most important cards in the card holder, and yeah, I'm so excited to use it. It's so pretty. And now let's move on to the cover that I bought. It's the classic Croc in black, A5. So actually the reason I wanted to buy this because I have my Louis cover, except the one that I bought is actually a notebook cover, not a like an agenda cover. Which initially I bought it because it doesn't have the flap with the button right here to close it. But then I realized buying the one with the flap would have actually been better because this one has quite some overhang because it's not made for an agenda. And I put the rings in there with like an extra cover that I just slid in here. So it's not made for like the extra overhang. And as you can see, I just kind of got like an elastic to put over it to match the color, but I don't know, it looks a little messy, like the cover is a little dented because it's just, yeah. I didn't buy the one that's actually made for an agenda thinking it would look nicer, but it actually did start bothering me. So that's why I got the other one. I might sell this one or use it for something else. I don't know, we'll see. When you order a cover from Filofax from the website, you get 2 free inserts that come with it. So since I print my own calendar, which I can show you guys in a second, I ended up getting the A5 vertical planner and the A5 month to view diary to use for different things because I just wanted to use them as like trackers. So I think the vertical planner, this one I wanted to use for my 1 line a day of gratitude, which I've recently been printing out, but I really wanted to get this insert because I saw it on like different YouTube channels and I just thought the idea of having like the fold out one was really cute. Month on 2 pages to use as either a tracker or a social media calendar because for my job I work with social media and having this not on a laptop but in my planner would be really handy. And now I'm getting to the planner. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. It's so pretty. Wait, actually, I just realized these 2 inserts that I showed you guys, I added them. They're not the ones that were included in the planner. I actually bought these 2 extra for different stuff. But I'll show you the ones that I ordered in the planner. So, oh my gosh. I'm trying to keep all the junk to put into my junk journal in general about my new planner cover. So as you can see, it comes with a zipper that unzips right here. Like a little zipper pocket. I'll see what I put in here, but I actually, in my Louis one, I ordered this little coin pouch, and I might just transfer what's in here in there and then sell this on Vinted or something. It's also by Filofax. Oh, these are big. I thought they would come smaller. Because I was thinking about exchanging this for a bigger version, but I guess we'll see. This has a pen loop on both sides, which is really nice as well. Okay, this is so much better. I'm sorry for the bad lighting until now. Okay, how do I unpack this? Oh my gosh, yes, it comes with... I love this, okay. There you go. Alright, so as you can see, it comes with two other flaps to put stuff in, which I think is cute. I'll see what I put in there, I don't know yet. And then the inserts, which I'll put back in. It comes with one like A5 pouch. I was gonna order more of these to use as dividers. I have tabs in my current one, but I just wanted to use like cover pages, or maybe cover pages for each month or something like that. I'll have to take the time to do that at some point. Okay, so this is the first page, which is vellum. I think I keep hearing people talk about vellum. I don't really fully know what that is, but okay. Also, it came with this page divider. I don't love the brown color, but I guess it's useful to have. Inspiring you to make the most of your day every day. And then just ads, I guess. Oh, this is nice. Okay, so... Right, so this is what I was talking about, the 1 line a day. January all the way to December, which is nice. Some tabs, which are plastic, I believe, or maybe like... No, it's actually paper with plastic covered on the sides. Some dotted pages, some blank pages, some line pages. And then, ooh, this is nice. To-do lists. I can always use those. A contact list insert with like addresses and stuff. I think I ordered this a while ago. I just accidentally ordered the version that's for the notebooks, and I just hole punched it to fit in here, but then I realized I don't know if I actually want to keep a contact list. I just have that in my phone anyway. I don't think if I would actually use it or not. And then some colorful line pages, which I love using these. I think they're so much cuter than the white pages or the white line pages usually. Although these are like pretty bright. I have used the pastel line pages by Filofax in the past, and I think I like these more. And then a plastic pocket, which I'll probably order more of these, maybe not from Filofax because they're just expensive for nothing. But yeah, let's set her up. I'm so excited. So the first thing I want in there is my Muji pen, which I use for everything in this Filofax. Let me just take everything out, I think. So the first thing I want in there is a cover page, so I'll use this one for my cover page until I have more to use for each tab. I actually kind of like these pockets more than if whatever I'm stuffing in there would be more visible, because usually it's just like stationery stuff that doesn't look super aesthetic, just kind of, but it's practical for me to use. So I don't know, I guess we'll see. What do I want in here? Okay, number one, I think I'll label these tabs with my label maker later. What I currently have in my other planner is just my gratitude journal. It's like all the stuff that I haven't archived yet because I was traveling. These are my weekly to-do pages that I print out just myself. So these I have to archive, which I don't really have an actual archiving system right now. So I don't really know what we'll do with that yet. And then this is my page divider that I currently have. It's the same one, just in black. And a little harder, I think. Like the plastic isn't as flimsy as this one. I just like the black more because I think it's prettier. But this is my page divider that I use for my to-do lists. So what I have in my to-do list section is my weekly to-dos, monthly, so I just kind of keep a track for the next like month or two. And then once I start planning for the week, I reference back to this to look at how to divide it into each week of the month. So these are my monthly, my current week and my current month, and then I have the upcoming weeks after that because I always want to go back to this month before I plan the next weeks. So this is all my January weeks. I don't even know if I need to keep that many in there. I haven't decorated these pages with any stickers or anything yet. Okay, so then the next one, I used to have these in the same tabs, just because I set it up while I was traveling and I didn't have any tabs to add. If I'm gonna label all of them, I might put this tab first. I was gonna use the cover sheet as a tab, but I guess I won't do that. Alright, so tab number 1 is my to-dos. Then the next tab I'm gonna put in is in here, which will be cleaning. So as you can see, I have a kitty litter tracker. These like crossed out days are when I was traveling, so somebody else was taking care of my kitty. And this is just a printout I made on Canva and I use for different trackers. Next is my cleaning checklist. So that's why this tab will be just cleaning. Then next tab I think will be lists. Honestly, I don't know if I want to add another tab just because this has like 3 pages in it. Oh, maybe it's household, so I'll do that. So this is another list I made. This is also a printout I just made on Canva. Looks a little crazy, but I thought I would make it fun. So this is a home improvements list, and then whenever I finish one, I draw it in this like orangey yellow. The next one I also was missing a tab for. So this is list and or home stuff. And then the next one technically would be habit trackers, but not all of these are habits. And I also had my vision board and like vision board habits in the same tab for lack of an extra tab. But I have extra tabs, so whatever. If I put in too many, then it's fine. There's not too many. That doesn't exist. So next tab is this, and then I'll put habits. This is my 2026 vision board. I was gonna scan this and print it in a bigger format to frame and hang up somewhere in my house. That's what I did last year, and I think last year I started taking my vision board so seriously, and like I hung it up. I made a whole like crafting session out of it, kind of like this, made it really pretty with printouts and whatever. And I used to never like making New Year's resolutions because I just felt like you don't follow them anyway, but doing it the way I did it last year was so helpful. I achieved so many of the things I wanted to do. I think because I saw it every day, I walked past the frame every day and I was just confronted with it and like saw it every day and reminded of my goals. So that's why I wanted to do the same this year. 2026 buy a car. My vision board last year had get my driver's license on it, which I almost did. I didn't finish, but that was my fault. It was my driving school's fault. If you live in Europe, you can relate a bit more, I guess, because getting your driver's license here is so much harder than like in the US, for example, for good reason. But yeah, I just really wanted to finish my driver's license, and my husband and I, we already started putting money aside for our car. We put our Christmas bonus for last year aside to start saving up for a car. We live in Berlin, which is honestly fine without a car. It's just nice to have one. We travel a lot for work, which a lot of the times it would be nicer to take a road trip, the two of us, than having to take a train or a plane. Because the distance is honestly, like, it's not big enough to not have to go by car. Anyway, the next one is 1 prayer walk on campus a week. We work for a church with campus students, and so I wanted to just, I don't know, that's just a habit I wanted to have. I haven't done mine this week, but I think I'll go today probably, or Saturday. Because I think it's honestly praying for the people you work with and you're trying to reach out for is important. Praying for your mission field. Also, it's a great way to meet people because I'm on campus and those are the people I'm trying to reach out to. So spending more time there helps me reach out to those people, obviously not working from home. Next thing is donate blood. I just wanted to do that. I've been wanting to do it for a while, for a couple of years, and just never really took it seriously enough to look into it, and so I never did that. 1 solo date a month. I have to schedule that for this month. Take a vacation. We didn't take a vacation last year. We took like vacation days, singular ones, and Christmas vacation, obviously, but I feel like that's something that I really want to make a point of. We're both not super great at resting and like taking time off of work. Obviously, working with in any like social sector, your work is dependent on people and you work with people a lot, and so sometimes it's harder to kind of shut off like work mode with that, because the people I work with are also my friends and like my spiritual family, and so yeah, it's very intertwined, like my private life and my work. So anyway, take a vacation. I just want to get better at resting in general, but take a vacation was one of the aspects of that. 1 solo day retreat with God in 3 months, so 4 times this year. Again, just want to get better at Sabbath. So that is one of the ways I'm going to do that this year. Invest money. Take a gym class. I go to the gym regularly. I've been slacking a little bit recently, but I want to get back into it, and I think I want to look into taking gym classes, because almost all of my friends that I have are in church, and I think I want to find more ways of meeting people outside of church, not just to reach out to, but also just like finding friends, I guess. And yeah, take a gym class is, I don't know, I want to reach out to the people and like make friends in my gym. Read 12 books, so 1 book per month, I guess, ish. The book that I'm reading this month actually is one that I started last year, but I'll count that as 1 book. Finish my driver's license, as I said, start therapy. I've been looking into it last year, but there was just so much going on, and it's really hard to find a therapist, and specifically in Berlin. I think probably because it's a big city also. I might just do BetterHelp, but honestly, if it can be financed by my health insurance, that would be great. Then the next one is learn 12 scriptures by heart. So this month's scripture is Psalm 119, verse 103. I'm still working on learning it by heart. I just wanted to learn more scriptures by heart, and I feel like I personally have a really hard time learning things by heart, so anyway. 1 new recipe a month. I wanted to just cook and bake more this year, because I enjoy cooking and baking for people, but not for myself. Partially because it's just so much work for so little time that you actually spend eating the food, but I don't know. I think it's cool like having like a family recipe book, and I don't know, I just want to do that more. Get abs. Another one of my gym goals. Go to New York. My husband and I were going on a work trip in April, and that is going to be in Boston, I believe, or Miami, I'm not sure actually, I have to ask again, but we were planning on taking a weekend at the end of that trip to go to New York, because it's around the same time as our wedding anniversary, and so there you go to New York, and that'll also be our vacation. Then double our campus ministry to 22 members. Right now we're 11, and my job is with campus ministry, so there you go. Spend more time on campus. General, I explained that. Baptize 5 girls. Do 1 digital detox weekend per month. I feel like, again, Sabbath, I haven't been great at being intentional with my screen time recently, and I think I want to just get better at that, so digital detox is a part of that. Share my faith with minimum 1 person a day. I have to catch up on that. It's the 8th. 1 social media baptism, baptizing somebody who found our group through social media. Then become a gym rat, just kind of get back into it, but really enjoy going to the gym, because I feel like recently I've just been like forcing myself. Build a freezer meal Lego lunch stash. I saw this thing on Instagram where somebody, I don't know, I'll blend in the name, I forgot her profile, but she basically, I'm not sure if she invented it or if I just found it through her, but she used this principle of like meal prepping, not meals, but ingredients that you can then put together, and I feel like that's why meal prepping for me in the past has been so overwhelming, because I don't like eating leftovers, I don't like eating the same stuff all the time, but I do have a lot of safe foods like individually. And then the next one is lose weight. I don't want to like say my goal weight, because I think it might be triggering for people, but I've really noticed that it's not even for like aesthetic purposes necessarily as much as it is about the way I feel in my body and like being agile and moving with ease. So yeah, start a new sourdough starter, because mine died last year. So the next one I've written down is Open Holy Notes Co. shop. So I've been thinking about selling some of my inserts or stickers and stuff like that on Etsy maybe in the beginning, and then later on Shopify if I really want to like get serious about it. But yeah, that's one of my goals. Then the next one says praise and encourage more, and I added like a little card because I'm somebody who likes writing cards for people. I feel like it's so much easier sometimes to write down my feelings for somebody or my like appreciation for somebody instead of saying it in person. Create a family recipe book. And then the next one says take more photos. So I mean, yeah, that's self-explanatory, but last year I went through all of my photos on my phone to kind of declutter and delete photos that I didn't need, or maybe screenshots and like just unuseful stuff, and kind of sort through like photos and then put them into a photo album and all of that. And so I realized I didn't really take a lot of photos of just my personal life and with friends and stuff, and I really want to do that more. The next one I wrote down is complain and gossip less. Pretty self-explanatory, but I feel like sometimes it happens so quickly that you don't even notice you're gossiping until after, and then you just feel terrible about it. Yeah, then the next one I wrote down is learn how to sew. I do have a sewing machine. I don't know what it is. I think in theory, like I know how to sew when I have a pattern and stuff. It's mainly how to use my specific sewing machine that I'm overwhelmed with. After that, I wrote down one friend date per month. That's just something I wanted to do this year because, as I said, like because I work with so many people who are also my friends, I think it's hard to in a way like separate the two. Then sell physical stickers online kind of ties into opening a shop. Another goal I had was fasting once a month. You don't really fast without praying, but I think that's like the next step for me in my prayer life. The next thing I wrote down was to bike more places, and I wrote down in brackets anything that's under 30 minutes because I feel like that's something I can actually commit to, and that's a little more feasible, I guess. But Berlin is a really bikeable city, I would say, and so I want to bike more. And then this is the last page. On here it says make one friend outside of church, then read my Bible daily, smile more, and then get a Thai massage. I am so tense sometimes. And the last one I wrote down is to declutter one area at home per month. And then I basically took all of the goals on my vision board to turn them into a tracker, mainly things that I only want to do once in that year, like specific milestones I want to hit. The goals that are more split up into habits or things I want to do weekly or monthly, I wrote a monthly overview with always the same goals, and I can just kind of tick the boxes each month. Things like scriptures that I want to learn by heart or new recipes I want to try out, I make sure to write down next to that month's box, I guess, which one I did that month, just to kind of keep myself accountable and also have an overview of what I did at the end of the year. After this, I made a little list of just my monthly planning routine. I feel like it's kind of helpful having like a list of things I need to make sure I check or put into my calendar of recurring events that I know I have either weekly or monthly or whatever. Then I actually wanted to put my driver's license theory in here. So this is a tracker of just how often I study for my driver's license exam, my theory exam. It's an exam in Germany, at least, that you definitely have to study for. And I know somebody who didn't pass twice, somebody who's really close to me. And that makes me really panic. And so I need to make sure I'm actually studying, because I told myself I would study like in between things, kind of whenever I'm on public transport or whatever, because I have an app that I can study on, but I don't actually retain anything by studying that way. And so I don't know, I need to hold myself accountable on actually studying for that. Then my next thing is my whole Bible reading log. This is an insert that I made myself. I just have every single chapter of the Bible, and I color in the ones that I've journaled or that I've already read, but I printed out a new one for my reading plan this year because with our church we're reading the entire Bible in 1 year, and I happened to order a new journaling Bible before finding out that my church was going to do that reading plan this year. And so that was perfect, because then I'm reading through my new journaling Bible in 1 year. And then, as I already showed you guys, this is my gratitude log, or my like 1 line a day of gratitude insert that I printed out, but then I'm gonna transfer that into this other one that I bought from Filofax. My weight loss tracker, which I'm not gonna show that, and I'm actually while I'm editing this video, I've already stopped using that one, so I guess that's old. daily habits, I was also thinking about kind of finding a different format for this, because I feel like having it in a way where I have to turn my planner every time I log my habits is just kind of tedious, and it's like an extra step that makes it harder for me to log all of those things and makes me not enjoy it as much. Plus, I feel like it's a format that's where it's like not easy to have an overview of all my habits for some reason. I don't know, my brain just doesn't work with this format, unfortunately. Next is my meal planner. This is also an insert I made myself, and I'll kind of keep up to like 3 weeks worth of meal planners in my rings at a time, because as I said, I travel a lot for work, so sometimes it's just easier to carry more weeks, because that way I don't have to reprint inserts all the time, but I just print them in a batch and then I have them for the next couple of weeks, because I know that I won't get to it otherwise and I'll just end up not tracking things if I don't have the tracker in my planner already. Then this is my workout tracker. This is just like a calendar that I printed out from Canva and then I dated it. I use this for quite a lot of different trackers. Then this is wins. I think I saw this on Sleepy Notes Club. Just kind of wanted to try it out, like writing the date of that month, and whenever I have something to write down, that's kind of a thing to celebrate, I guess. Okay, so remember how I was saying earlier that the habit tracker wasn't really working for me, so this is what I'm replacing it with. So as you can see, this is the same like calendar image. After this comes my no spend tracker. No spend days, then I have days where I needed to spend money like for necessities, and then the dark blue is the days where I spent money, like where I went shopping, you know, and where it wouldn't have been necessary, I guess. Okay, then I'm putting in my list of monthly planning routine, like my list of things I need to go through in my monthly like restock planner update whatever thing. This is an overview I made of all the lessons I had to study for my driver's license theory exam, and I've already gone through it and I still haven't passed the mock exam on the app. So, I mean, this just goes to show like how crazy getting your driver's license in Germany is. But yeah, pray for me, please. Please. Next is like a note page that I printed out and just says things to make. So there's like a couple of different arts and crafts DIY projects that I've had on my mind that I've been wanting to make, but that aren't necessarily like time sensitive or anything. They're just fun stuff that I don't want to forget about wanting to make them. And after this comes a little date ideas list. My husband and I would try to go on weekly dates, and this is just a list of dates that we've wanted to go on. Then I'm adding another tab, and now is my weeklies. This is also an insert that I printed myself. I know there's a week on 2 pages insert from Filofax or different like companies that you can buy. I just never really liked it because I don't like the space for notes at the bottom of the page. I never end up using them. It's like too little to write actual notes, and it's not a space where I would write notes, I guess. Oh, and what I also didn't like about a lot of other inserts that I've tried in the past is just that it's not a 24-hour overview. I know it's a little excessive, but I sometimes like work at really random times or at like unconventional times, and so I need a planner that has 24 hours and not just like 8 to 8 or something like that. Here you can see my monthly overview. 2025, I added a little star sticker on every month that I finish, and so I'm planning on doing the same thing 2026, but I can take out 2025 now. It's so sad like seeing a nice finished page, and I know I'm not gonna do anything with this, like I'm probably not gonna archive this or anything, but that is fine. But yeah, at the bottom of the pages, I wrote down like the scriptures or the chapters of the Bible reading plan that we're reading, just so that I don't have to like go back to the printout of the reading plan every single time. And then for my, I guess like indexing system or my color coding system, the markers that I use are the Sharpie S Note. They come in 12 different colors. I bought them in the US. I'm probably going to reduce this to less colors because I don't actually need to be that specific. And I'm actually not going to keep these in my calendar, but I'll put them in one of the back pockets. So there you go. Then I'm adding an extra tab after that as kind of a page lifter. And then my old cover, I had this $1 note that I took with me from when we went to Boston in September, and I liked having it in my cover, but I feel like it doesn't really fit the vibe of the new cover, so I'm keeping this in my wallet instead. This like coin zipper pouch, I don't really know what to do with. I don't think I'll use it in my A5 rings for now, but I don't want to sell it in case I'll need it. I don't know. I don't want it to go unused, but I don't really use it. And yeah, I think like this ring binder insert that I bought for my Louis cover, I might just use for archiving, to be honest. I mean, it's like I cut it to size to fit that cover, so it's gonna have overhang, but I feel like it's good enough for archiving. I mean, it doesn't have to be like pretty or anything. And then yeah, I'm putting like little scriptures. This is my scripture that I want to learn this month, Psalm 119, 103, so that I can always read through it whenever I'm opening that week. I have this little pouch with like a Velcro closure, and I think, I don't know, for now I might just keep stickers in here until I find a better place to put them. Or maybe I'll just put them into the zipper part of the filofax, I don't know. All that goes in the back next to my calendar index. I feel like I've used the index so many times that I really know it by heart now at this point. Okay, now I've decided I'm not actually gonna use this like plastic sleeve. Before that, I had this like sleeve in it with 4 different sections, and I don't actually love how it looks, but I know I want to use those photos somewhere else maybe. So I'm just gonna take all the photos out and just kind of decorate the planner with it and put them on some of the tabs pages with some paper clips. So there you go. This is a picture of one of my best friends and also my sister-in-law. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, if you don't follow me on Instagram yet, it's at Holy Notes Co. I would love for you to follow me there, and yeah, like it and subscribe to my channel if you're enjoying my videos. Leave a comment and I would be so excited. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye!